Welcome to another Field of Glory 2 battle. This is just a friendly skirmish mirror match I've set it up. Eric has picked it up. We have the Roman Republic against Pyrrhus and Epirus with Samnite allies. So, lots of rough ground, but it looks like the armies will probably meet here in more or less the open. So we just want to build a solid infantry battle line and then push forward. Triari on the wing to maybe cover anything that pops out from there. And there. I want all my veterans this time because we will be confronting at least some Phalangites and Samnite veteran foot. More cavalry to help cover this flank. We'll have slingers assist with that as well. Okay, then what? Astadi and Principes. Do I want Italian foot? On the one hand, it could be useful to have any medium foot. On the other hand, his medium foot are impact, so I'm going to go with no. 53 points remaining. I could grab more Triari or Raw Legionaries, but maybe I should have a not completely awful skirmishing wing. What can you bring? 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 5 light foot, which... Yeah, I don't know if I'll bother then. Let's bring... What's he got for cavalry? Zistopholoi, armored cavalry. Okay, maybe we do want one more light, just in case. Oops, I'm not paying attention. What am I doing here? 2 more lights it is. Okay. We will add these units to the wing command because I probably don't want to waste a general on this crappy armored cavalry. Okay, and if I was really caring, I would add my lights to commands too, but I'm not going to bother doing that. What have we got? Pike Phalanx, Hoplites, and Italian foot, and only a single unit, 2 units of Samnite foot, lots of cavalry, and the elephant. So we will want to narrow the battlefield and then try to choke this off if possible. To do that, getting control of this built-up area and ideally this forest would be great. Pretty similarly shoddy skirmisher screen, so not much to worry about there at least. There we go, straightforward enough. Eric asked me if I'm a Vikings fan or born in a different state. I gotta admit, I really don't pay attention to sports. It's a sort of common male bonding experience when you're at a wedding or something with a bunch of dudes you don't know, and it's like, all right, we gotta find something to talk about. And it's all right, sports, and I'm just lost. Let's see. Tried to have equal units per command. For some strange reason, one of my generals kept all the units. You probably noticed at the beginning of the center move forward. Oh, interesting. That is weird. Yeah, I don't have an explanation for that, to be honest. Looks like this wing is secure without having to do any fancy maneuvering, so we can shift forward with the infantry then. Keep our terrible, no good cavalry in reserve. So we can hint at going around, but honestly, I'm just happy to keep this front closed. So there's javelin range, so we'll shift back while the infantry shuffles forward and while we close the gap on the wing. But we're not going to camp the hill, though. We are going to move forward. Okay, there we go. All right, next turn. So my opponent says that he's newish to the game, but seems to be doing just fine so far. And like I always do with people who are new to the game, if he makes any sort of obvious mistakes that clearly came from a lack of knowledge about some mechanic, I'll be sure to let him know. Held firm. I'll keep inching forward. I want to get these Triarii facing up against the elephants. None of this really matters. It's all just a prelude to the actual fighting. Right, seize the built-up area. Good. Into the forest. And our own cavalry shift over to the wing, but again, I'm just really not that concerned with this. Okay, so a couple turns will drive into a melee clash along the center. All right, next turn. Hello. Annoying. We might get zone of control locked substantially by these Istophoroi. Let's shove these lights out of the way. Do the same thing here. That's... Okay. Well, let's, yeah. Thanks, guys. Well, let's see what we can get out of that. We got armored and veteran armored. Well, they're going to stand in place and take it. That's too good to pass up. Yeah, I think we might need these Triari here in reserve. The light jabs will evade off map and then they'll come back later. It's okay. Alright, onward. Next turn. Held firm, too bad. Huh, he's telling me he's new and setting up moves like that. Come on now. No, he's not actually new. He's new-ish to Field of Glory 2, but a very experienced Field of Glory 1 player, so he clearly knows what he's doing. Alright, so let's see. Zone in the elephants there. Better yet, screw it. Let's go for some casualties. No? Smack into the phalanx. See what that does for us. Oh my god, okay. Cat. Then try again. Perfect. Just what we needed. Shove off these slingers and threaten the flank there. Here we'll hit the Samnite foot, and we'll cascade down the line. We can hit the veterans. Yeah, of course. Well, we'll do this, and then cause a cohesion drop with our disrupted unit. Frag, see if we can cause a break, and then what does that do for us? Nothing much. And we'll charge here so that we can attempt another flank threat there. So he's blocked in his cavalry with his lights. So he's going to get the flank drop. And there's nothing we can do about it. I'm kind of content to see if he pushes me back, then I can charge downhill. Not much for lights to do at this point. Yeah, looking pretty risky. Pretty risky. Next turn. Ugh. Well, they held for one turn. And we disrupted and got pushed up the hill. Good, good. Triari are just going to have to hold for a while. That bounce saves my flank attack. Too bad. I was really hoping for extra chaos there. charge in and see what that does for us. Not much, because these slingers are in the way. Okay, in that case, give these lights a shove. And prepare to intervene. Charge downhill, try to stabilize the situation. Oh, that did not work at all. Maybe I should have done this first in the remote hopes for a double drop, but no such luck. Alright. Well, first off, we charge these first 3 hoplites. Out firm. Then cause a cohesion drop here. And we're in position to flank more, so we need to hold on. General up on this unit for next round. It's spears versus swords. Cause a cohesion drop here. Frag. Break. Okay. Let's try to stabilize the situation by charging the cavalry. They fall back. Might buy us a little bit of time. Maybe. Lucky us. This is still bad. Triari are gonna hold cohesion even as they get slaughtered. Okay. We'll push our lights forward to try to drive off fleeing troops, pressure the cavalry. Speaking of which, let's break. And maybe a cohesion check? No. Alright. Let's see if we can cause a drop on these veterans. Good. Could do this, and I think we will be safe. Good. They might be back. Make some room. Okay. A good turn. Might decide things for us, but rallies can still happen, and of course drops on our part. Next turn. Can we maintain this lead? And how many of these phalangites will rally? Ooh, ooh, nice. Head-on charge. General double lancer. I suppose it can be done. No cohesion fails. That was timely, to say the least. Okay. Break. What does that do for us? Unlocks our swordsman POA. Might disrupt now. Nope. Get ready. Frag. No, lucky us. Move here. No. Alright, that's fine. Just occupy it. If we shuffle here and they charge, we'll hopefully evade somewhere useful. Bit of a risk. They hold firm. Well, lock them in with the veterans. Start pushing for this flank. Shove them off. They'll evade because they charge there with Hastati. And flank. hold firm. Okay. Let's go for a disruption. Nope. Too bad. And too bad. How's this? The deep pike POA is declining some casualties. But ouch. It's still tough. Alright. Still in a good place with bad things potentially happening here. Here. Maybe here? Overall, we're doing quite well. Eric says, totally outplayed here, so well done. Why Snuggle Bunnies? Well, for one thing, maybe I outplayed him here, but the mirror match is going similarly, so I don't know about that. And Snuggle Bunnies is just a name I started using, I don't know, maybe 15-ish years ago when I was playing, maybe a little longer than that, but I was playing a lot of Counter-Strike 1.6. I just thought it would be very amusing to have people get killed by Snuggle Bunnies, and then, I just kept using the name. I suppose it's Snuggle Bunny singular, but the Slytherin forums, some bastard had already taken Snuggle Bunny singular, so Snuggle Bunnies plural it is, at least here. Alright, that worked out. Wow, held firm. Okay. Well, for starters, let's grab this automatic cohesion drop. Thank you. What does that do for us? Good. Try again. They did hold at the end there. Oh. That is confusing. Okay. Well, let's wait for reduce CC. We'll want to get this sling attack in first, and then move the cavalry. Follow up with javelin men. Alright, then we charge and get the drop. Hold firm. Go for the auto break here and see what that does for us if it happens. Good. Good. The lights breaking doesn't cause any checks, of course. Held firm. Double dropped. Probably too late to matter, unless any kind of crazy rally action happens. Push this phalanx along. Don't want any more rallies if we can help it. Okay. And GG, so it's done. Just the final routes and any potential rallies. Here we go. So, a tough match for the Pyrrhic army. Uh, yeah, the pike phalanx does fine if it holds cohesion, but once it drops cohesion, it just gets shredded. I mean, look at that; it's awful. Part of that is that the deep pike POA only comes into play if they are not disrupted. So not only do they get disrupted, they also lose 100 POA once they drop cohesion state. Pretty tough. On top of that, his cavalry funneled through this bottleneck and then got disrupted by skirmishers before being driven off. One unit was broken, the other was simply driven off the field. Finally, it's the army list is Pyrrhic with Samnite allies. The Samnite allies, I think, are honestly usually a good choice. They do very well on rough ground. Unfortunately, there's just this one tiny little patch of rough ground, and otherwise you're looking at average Samnite foot, which is average protected medium foot impact foot swords, as opposed to above average some armor heavy impact foot swords. So they just can't quite do it. And the same goes for the veteran Hastati Principes versus the veteran Samnite foot, which is some armor as opposed to armored. Although they are true superiors, so 50 to 50 for quality. So, a good game to Eric, but like you said, he's newish to FOG2, but he played the first game and he's done a lot of tabletop, so considering that he's quite new to the game, he did very well with a lot of the micro maneuvering within the line here, so I'm sure we'll see him in some higher divisions soon. Good game, and till next time.